Hello guys and welcome back. So don't mind me as I'm dancing. I'm not really happy with what I'm about to do. So far we are going to start losing this engine, although the time is gone, and I'm supposed to have gotten jack. There are some tools that we need in our workshop that I have not bought them yet. I've not bought them yet, and the reason is because we are still working on our workshop. If you can see, most of our videos I usually use the streets to do them, and this is because our workshop is not really fully ready yet. So, and I have no option. I have to do this car out here on the street. Anyway, there is some jack stand and some crane that I needed, but I've not gotten them yet. So what I wanted to do initially was to remove the engine. I was going to disconnect it from the converter, which is going to be a little bit difficult since the engine has locked up. So to remove the engine and bring the oil engine out. But as it is right now, I can't do that. I will have to manually lose the engine. So what is going to happen is we can't really do much today, but we're going to start. I've removed the belt, and from what I can see, the belt is still good. As you can see, it's still very good. So you understand, the thread of the belt is still good. So we are still going to be using this belt, although I may decide to change it, who knows. But this looks good, like it looks almost new. Anyway, besides that out of the way, we're going to start working on the engine. Now my brother is here already, and Abba, I don't know where Abba is. And Timothy is not going to be around in this particular video. So we'll start losing it. I'll have to go and get jack tomorrow. That is when we'll start taking some things as well. For now, let's just see where we can go with all this. All right, let's begin. Okay, what's up guys? It's like the third day now and we've not really done anything, and the reason why is because when I came to the vehicle to start working on it, the problem was there was no jack. We had no jack to lift the vehicle so that we can start removing the tires, because before you remove the engine you have to remove tire, of course. So Abba and I went to the market yesterday to get a 2.5 ton jack. So now another problem we're having right now is, if you look here, you can see that this tire has a key, and not just this tire, but every other tires in this vehicle, they have a key on their own. So technically we can't lose that, but this is going to mean that we have to destroy some sockets in order for us to be able to fix it. So let me first of all lose the ones I can lose first, and then we'll see how it goes.
So first thing, I just wanted to say that this project took way longer than I expected, and the reason is because for some reason I started feeling ill, like literally ill. I was having a high typhoid and malaria. I was going back and forth from the hospital. So if you will notice that my hair in this video was full, and then I barbed it, and then it came full again, and then I barbed it again, which should in theory just show you how long it took for me to finish this work. And now even the vehicle is not yet finished, but I just want to put this out there that this particular video took way longer than expected because of certain situation that I was going through. But in any case, it got to a point that I could not even continue the work. I had to call a friend of mine because I don't want the vehicle to remain the same spot. I just want to get it fixed so that I can move on to the next thing. So I had to call a friend of mine that is also a mechanic by the name of Johnson, and you're going to see him towards the end of the video. He was the one that helped me to install the engine back, because during that same time my phone screen decided to go bad and I could not record anything. So I was in the next video that's going to be coming out, you just find out that a new engine has been installed, and the reason for that has to do with the fact that I could not get the footage and I was not feeling well. But starting from that particular video onward, I will be the one working on the engine.
Okay, so we've removed the manifold, and this is what we found. As you can see from here, this engine see, it's a sign of corrosion, like very heavy corrosion. The whole engine has seized up. So my best bet is that this vehicle was flooded. Now we have two options now. Either we try to save this one. I will just change the engine, because if you're going to try to save this vehicle, we have to replace the entire valve completely. The whole inlet valve has to be changed. And 3, 4, 6, 8. I think this is a dual overhead cam vehicle. I don't know yet. If it is dual overhead cam, that means we have to buy 16 valves. Or we try and see if we can rescue these valves. And this is just only at the top. We don't even know what is going to be going on in the crankshaft yet. Come on. So my beautiful people on the internet, it's a new day, and it's about 3 days after the last video you just saw. And what has happened is that we are done losing the engine mount of this vehicle, and what I wanted to do initially was to bring the engine out, the engine and the transmission together, so that I can have a proper inspection of what is going on between the two. And you remember, the reason I want to do this is because I'm beginning to notice there is water damage to the vehicle. Now, since my workshop is not fully ready yet, I've not bought some tools like I've said in the last video. So what I planned to do was to go out and rent a crane so that I can remove this engine. But the sad thing is, there is nowhere to rent a crane in my area. In fact, the only place I saw that I could rent the crane from, they were telling me that, look, we need to use this crane and we are so sorry, we can't rent it out to you. So what I decided to do now is that I'm going to lose the engine right here. I will not have to remove it. So I'm going to lose the whole engine right here. Maybe I will assemble it on the ground and then look for a crane to put it back in. But that is why the video has delayed a little bit. But for you it won't delay, but for me it has delayed about 3 days already. So this is my theory. From the damage I can see, I suspect that somehow the vehicle took in water, right? And either the vehicle is being driven, or when they try to start it and then there is water in the piston. The problem is, when there is water inside of a piston, water cannot be compressed. So let's say this is the valve, this is the piston coming up. Let me show you. So this is the valve. When the piston the piston will open up for air to come inside, and then it will mix with petrol. So when it has done that, the piston then goes back up with the valve closed, and then creates compression and then ignites it, which causes the combustion before the used exhaust. Exhaust gases now goes out, because it will now open the outlets and then send it out. Now the problem is, when you take in water and then it's compressing, the thing is, you can't fully compress water. So when the piston gets to the top and it could no longer go further, it will bend the connecting rod. When the connecting rod gets bent, the engine will seize, which is what I believe happened to this vehicle. Now, all this is theory. I'm going to start disassembling or dismounting the engine now. So when I get there, you guys are going to see if I'm correct or there's something else that is just wrong with the vehicle. Let's go. Alright guys, so I have the top valve cover off and the signs are beginning to show. So first of all, see this camshaft. Look at rust, serious rust. And this is another one here. And then here, these ones are worse. These are worse. All these places are rusted. Even the exhaust is the same thing as well. Guys, I'm not at this point, right? One will begin to wonder if it is logical to save this engine or just get another engine. Reason being, with this one now, I have to change the camshaft. I have to change the two camshafts. And yes, let me just lose the engine and see what's going on. Alright, at this point at the dismantling of the engine, I need to remove this face so that I can have access to the timing and then take up the top cylinder. But in order for me to do that, I have to go under and remove the sump, drain the oil, remove the sump. But the problem is my tripod is way too high. Even if I reduce it, I can't capture it, so you guys will not be able to see me working on the sump. Alright, so far this is where we've gotten. I want to go to the market to get some tools. I have to remove the top cylinder and I do not have the star socket that I'm supposed to be using to remove the top cylinder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Ladipo. I want to go to trade fair, but I don't know, my mind is just telling me to go to Ladipo, but I'm going to make some calls and see which of them is going to be better, if it is going to be trade fair, to get the tools to remove the top cylinder. So I should be dismantling the engine completely today, and then I'll have to order new parts, see what is wrong, order some parts, and then we'll put the engine back together. Alright guys, so far I have everything I need. This was the socket that was missing. This is a T55 socket. That is what is locking. That's what I'm going to be using to lose the top cylinder. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to resume. Today I want to make sure I get the top cylinder out, and in fact disassemble this engine completely today, so that then I can start working on rebuilding it, because I've spent so much time on this. I've spent way too much time. I've not been feeling well for some days. Even right now I'm not feeling too well, so I just have to finish. Once I take it down, I'll order some parts and then use that time to go and treat myself. I think I have malaria and typhoid or something. So let's begin. So we ran into a small problem yet again. and that is right here at this spot here. There's an Allen key. What's the music, I beg? There's an Allen key screw that is here. Now the problem is the tool I buy is too short. You can see the tool I bought is too short, so it's something like this, and I need something that is as long as this. Now it turns out I already have the Allen key, but I need an 8 adapter to use it with. So in order for me to do this, I have to get a black socket that is a long black 8 socket, and then I need I think a 12 normal Allen key as well, not the one with the star at the mouth, just normal 12. So what I'm going to do is I'll try to go outside now and see if I can get it around. I just hope I can get it around. So update, turns out I have it in my tools. So let's go and test it and see if it will work. Alright, so fingers crossed, hope it works. So because I don't really have money to be throwing around. And wow, it's not it. This is supposed to be 12. I think I took the wrong one. I must have taken the wrong one. 660. Okay, yeah. This is what I'm looking for. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not the wrong one. Oh, it's not the wrong one. I took the wrong head. Wait, now gets 8 sockets, 9. Alright, guys, I'm going to break down. So look at these 3 heads, right? This one, this is 12, this is 12. This is 10. This one looks almost identical to this, but this one is a little big. But these two together, this one is bigger than this. Hey, this guy will nearly make his enemy run mad, not me. Alright, so let's try again with this new. I'll guess that. This new tools that I have in my hand, because this thing now is trying to frustrate himself, not me. So we're going to stick this one in here, and hopefully we pray to the gods of engineering You've got to be kidding me. It's not the same size. It's not the same size. It's not the same. And this I am sure this is the size. So it's something like 11. So this seems to be like size 11 or something, but still CRV12 is the same thing now. It's the same thing. CV12 is the same thing. Man, this is a nightmare. This is a serious nightmare. It's not entering, and this is the exact same size for it. Hold on, without that one. All right, guys. So it's the next day, and I've gotten a set of Allen key, and also I got an 8. This 8 I'm going to be using it for this side, these two sides that I could not get out. So my face is like this, like this. So I'll be the bright light. Let me light that. So I'll be attempting to lose it now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get it working, right? Let's go. So finally guys, the top cylinder is out and my theory is, so in this case it's not just water. For some reason unknown, someone went ahead and put, this is a diesel, for those of you that don't know, this is diesel. Someone went ahead and put diesel inside the petrol vehicle, and now look, all the walls are all rusted. It's all rusted. All this way is completely rusted. This is completely rusted. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get all this diesel out, and then I'll go under and start losing the piston. And then when I lose the piston, I will take out the crankshafts and then we'll remove the piston. So we'll remove the piston, and then from there we'll know what to do next.
It was at this point I realized that saving this engine was almost impossible, because the block of the engine was so bad. Any attempt I make to repair the engine is just going to be a waste of time. So I bite the bullet and decide to get myself a new engine, and luckily the engine of the vehicle was not that expensive anyway.
Okay, we are back here again. So this is the update of the vehicle, and this is Johnson, Amraba on the left. In any case, so this is the transmission. Now this is why we cannot work with the engine. See, we are able to remove this piston, but the remaining ones, they are permanently stuck. No matter how much you try to hit them, they are not coming out. The crankshaft is still good, so is the metals and main bearings. All the bearings are still good, but sadly the block itself is fine, but the cylinder walls, they are all gone. So there is nothing we can do about this. The only option now is just to use that particular one over there, which is the new engine we are going to be installing in this vehicle. So time is gone right now. Tomorrow there are some engine seats which we need to get. The engine seat here, the one here, and the one here. The 3 engine seats are gone, so we'll be changing them. This one is still okay, but I think we'll change all of them just to be safe. Imagine, look at one of them, look at one of them, look at, it's completely broken. So tomorrow, this one also is broken, can you see? So tomorrow we'll continue, by God's willing, by God's grace, God's willing. By tomorrow we'll be starting the car for the very first time. At least in this video I've tried. So let me say, this is going to be the end of the video. This is the end of the video. It is just to dismantle the engine. So in the next video, what you're going to be seeing is going to be us installing the new engine. So while we were dismantling this engine, so I was using my brother's phone, and the power runs out, which is not something I wasn't expecting. I was expecting it was going to run out because it's the phone I was using before, and the battery is not as good as my own phone. So my phone, the screen is currently bad, and that's why I'm not using my phone at the moment. So I'm waiting for my phone screen to come in. So, but right now I'm using my friend's phone to record this. So I will not be able to edit this video until my screen comes in, which is going to be in a week time. When it comes in, and then I will edit the video and then I'll upload it on YouTube. Until then, peace out.